17-10 Seahawks. Seattle takes over at its own 20-yard line.
Sky can
take you where you haven't been before.
Blitz coming. Dilfer screen to Alexander.
Oh, the perfect call.
Alexander breaks the tackle off to the races. Needs a block. Goodbye, Sean Alexander. Touchdown. 80 yards.
Side screen to Sean Alexander. 80 yards from Trent Dilfer. And a Seahawks touchdown.
The perfect call against the blitz.
But I will tell you one other thing, Joe, and it's all yours. Is boy, the blocking downfield was absolutely superb.
They get most of the Vikings out of the way, and then you look at the wide receiver, Corin Robinson, number 81, coming in, and then it becomes Sean Alexander's speed. This is what they wanted when they drafted him last year. Somebody who can break the big plays.
Lindell for the point after. Sean Alexander already has 186 yards in total offense. We're only in the second quarter.
I'll tell you, Jeremy Stevens, the tight end, got a sensational block. And just take a look at Sean Alexander. Once, actually, he cleared the 50. There was really nobody that he had to worry about because he still had a whole gang of blockers in front of him. That's what I was talking about. You know, you can run a play, and you can be on the other side of the field and just say, well, it's going the other way, and I don't really need to do things. Yeah, you do.
You know, coaches always tell you the other team scores, you have to come out and respond. It took Minnesota over 8.5 minutes on that last drive to get 3 points. Seattle takes 12 seconds, gets a touchdown.
Well, when you rush 7 and there are only 4 left, and then you've got linemen and wide receivers and tight ends, you're outnumbered, and that's exactly what happened to Minnesota's defense.
And they are on their feet in Seattle. Dilfer, an 80-yard touchdown pass on the screen.
Those are the kind of stats you like as a quarterback. Touchdown pass, 80 yards. You only threw it 4, but that's okay.
That's all right.
See,
you're also the guys that get the interceptions on balls that are tipped.
Yeah, but they shouldn't get credit for that, 80. You should get credit for the 4.
Don't let the linebacker come out at you.
Lindell to kick it away. Davis, who's getting a workout, is deep. 24-10 Seahawks.
All you need is a kick return now for a touchdown.
Davis from the 5. Oh! Takes a rip as he got back to the 30. He was drilled by Tim Terry, his second big tackle on special teams.
I'll tell you, we got a couple of guys down on the field.
Well,
next Sunday night at 7:30, join Chris Berman and Tom Jackson. They'll have NFL primetime. Then Tim Couch and the Browns will host Ray Lewis and the Ravens on ESPN Sunday Night Football. That's an 8:30 start next Sunday night.
The Browns lost a heartbreaker today to the Pittsburgh Steelers, who got off the schneid. They found a way to win.
Yeah, but the thing about it is, when you see Baltimore, Ray Lewis, 52, does that tell you anything? I mean, 3 out of the last 5 years he's led the league in tackles. Ray Lewis comes to play.
Nick Davis is trying to figure out where he is right now.
Thursday.
This could have been a fumble. The ball came out when he got hit. And the question is he airborne or is he on the ground when the ball comes out?
I think that's loose.
Recovered by the Seahawks.
And it is ruled a fumble and recovered by Seattle.
Now I think Mike Tice will be obliged to challenge.
He's got it out. He's got the hanky out. He doesn't know where to throw it at.
And I think obliged, Joe, is the perfect word. He can ill afford to have this happen.
He has to.
One of the things that Mike Pereira...
Challenging the call on the field.
One of the things that Mike Pereira...
Covered by Seattle.
And the officials told us, boy, and is it really working well? And I saw it work again today. Is to tell the officials not to blow the whistles too soon.
Absolutely.
And on this play here, the whistle had not blown. And take a look at this.
Number 59, Antonio Wilson, comes in and he hits him right square in the mouth. And the ball just comes loose. I think he's almost half out in the air when that ball comes flying out.
I mean, this is just a super hit.
Well, now that angle's a little bit different. Is his rear end on the ground?
I think that first replay really shows you. You can join in this replay challenge and vote. Log on to ESPN.com or NFL.com. Click on the ETV logo.
I'm sorry, that was Tim Terry that put the hit on.
Yes, it was. And your point about the whistles is well taken. How many times in the past have we criticized the officials for quick whistles when they shouldn't have blown it because the play wasn't really dead yet? This year they have done an exceptional job.
I think one of the biggest problems before was that they'd go through this long discussion, Joe, for 10 minutes, and then the referee would come and say there was an inadvertent whistle, which was bull.
I think they've done an excellent job of streamlining the process and getting the game moving along. But what a hit Tim Terry put on him.
Let it stand 78%, 22 to overturn.
Obviously, those votes coming from Minnesota.
Just a little update on Sean Alexander. The longest reception he had up to this date was 28 yards. He just set a new standard.
I don't imagine the longest run. Well, we saw the longest run that he had against Oakland when we did the game last year.
If Sean Alexander could play an entire season on Sunday night, he'd break every record in the books.
Emmett would have to be concerned right now.
Here we go.
After reviewing the play, the returning player lost possession of the ball prior to hitting the ground. It is a fumble recovered by Seattle. First down. Minnesota is charged their first timeout.
He lost the ball when he was airborne.
And timeouts right now are the least of Mike Tice's troubles.
Right.
And I really feel like this is the perfect opportunity to be able to come out, run a little play action, because that's what Seattle does, and try and get a big score right away. You got it with the screen the last time you had the ball. Now you take a shot again.
We have not heard the name Darrell Jackson tonight, and he is their leading receiver. 20 catches coming in.
First drive, he made a couple of plays. He's in the slot inside of Bobby Ingram on the right side.
Alexander instead, no place to go this time. Just slides inside the 30.
This is a critical series for Chris Hovan and this Minnesota defense. They have got to shut this offense down. If the field goal is tried from this distance, it'll be a 47-yard. So the percentages are in your favor a little bit, but they're really going to have to play hard, Biekert and that whole group, not to let this game get out of hand.
Biekert was a wonderful pickup for this defense. The veteran middle linebacker cut very late by Oakland. Dilfer. Jackson to the 3. Ronnie Bradford saved the touchdown, at least temporarily. Boy, Dilfer's thrown some beautiful balls tonight. Seattle hitting on all cylinders. We've reached 2 minutes. The Seahawks have already racked up 315 yards in total offense and have a 24-10 lead, and they have a 1st and goal at the Minnesota 3.
Oh, Sean.
Sean indeed walks in. Touchdown.
From 3 yards out. Touchdown.
Spread him out and run it up the middle.
A career-high 4 touchdowns for Sean Alexander. The smile on the face of Robbie Toback says it all.
You know, it was almost like there wasn't anyone there. Watch this. Look at, I'll tell you what. Max Strong got a sensational block, number 38, the fullback. Right in the hole.
This Seattle football team has some very talented players on it. And they are not done yet. They have lost their first 3. This would make them 1-3. They get a bye week, and they've got a chance to come back. 14 points for Seattle in the last 56 seconds. They're up 31-10.
We saw the touchdown, but the play that gave him the opportunity, you have to know where Darrell Jackson is lined up to see that it's a problem. That's Darrell Jackson in the backfield. He's coming out and running right down the middle of this formation. Normally, you won't see a wide receiver lined up in the backfield. So he gets behind the linebackers quicker than a back would, makes an excellent catch on a very well-thrown ball.
Seattle will now have to defend sort of a remarkable streak. 21 straight games they have gone, as you see the numbers on Alexander, without giving up a single point in the 2-minute drill. Nothing.
You know that you're talking about a Seattle team that was averaging 12 points a game. 12 points a game.
That'll get your old average up.
But also, as far as Minnesota goes, last week against the Carolina Panthers, the most effective drive they had on offense was a no-huddle offense, and it's something that I think Dante Culpepper can run very well.
And it's something they may have to go to very early in this game. They're already down by 21. Dwayne Bates is now back to return.
No.
Delayed and takes it out of the end zone anyway. Pays for it. Fumble. Seattle looks to have it. Bates was ripped by Tim Terry again. If he's not the special teams player of the week, there should be an investigation. He is just killing people.
You know, the one thing about on special teams, when you go down the field, it is reckless abandon. But what you have to do is get yourself under control. And when you look at Terry get himself under control, look at this. Wham! He goes right at the ball. I mean, you talk about sacrificing your body.
Oh, and he's coming like a missile. Watch the right part of your screen. That's the first mistake. The second is you don't see the train coming. Oh, he comes around the corner.
My, oh, my.
And Mike Tice sees it dissolving in front of him. Alexander, touchdown! Holy cow!
You know, it's not like they're discriminating on one side of the line or the other. They're going everywhere. They went up the middle the play before that with Sean Alexander. Now they just went to Walter Jones and Hutchinson's side on the left-hand side.
There isn't any support. There's no support whatsoever from the secondary.
Walter Jones, the left tackle's only been back 2 weeks. He was a holdout. 21 points in the last minute and 5 seconds. At this rate, they'll hit 600. When you ask Sean Alexander about playing on Sunday night, for some reason, he just starts to drool. He has such exceptional games when we're here.
Well, he's going to try to get traded to Cleveland for next week so he can play Sunday night in Cleveland. I mean, it's true. He was, folks, I'm going to tell you something. When we talked to him on Friday, he just smiled about playing on Sunday night. I mean, it isn't like that's the only night or only day of the week that he plays. But the guy has had some great games on Sunday Night Football.
Seattle has had the ball 6 times tonight. They have 5 touchdowns and a field goal. I'm sure Mike Holmgren is going to talk to him about that field goal.
And you saw Greg Beaker trying to fire up a defense that's got to be shell-shocked at this point. They are all shaking their head trying to figure out what the answers are. The answers are there's no secondary support to even get a hand on Sean Alexander.
And at least not a turnover on the kickoff as Mo Williams returns. Sean Alexander tonight. This is the first touchdown as he just powers his way into the end zone. Then a great break up the middle. Look at the lack of tacklers till he gets to the goal line. Here's the 80-yard screen pass from Dilfer. Couple of great blocks at the line of scrimmage and downfield. This was just a minute ago, and this was just 10 seconds ago. They look like replays, but they're not. They're all different plays. 38-10. And the defense doing its part. Here are the numbers on Alexander. 111 rushing, 92 receiving, 5 touchdowns. We're in the second quarter.
All he is, you know, he just likes to set records where people can see it.
Culpepper under pressure. This one's picked off by Reggie Tongue. If he stayed in bounds, it's a touchdown.
Pass intercepted.
And there's a flag down at the end of the play. A 46-yard interception return.
Well, Randy Moss was running straight up the field on an old, they used to call a streak play. He was just flying, and Culpepper let it go, and it was short.
Holy cow.
Personal foul. After the score, number 92. It's against.
This is Seattle.
That's Darius Holland.
The personal foul was on 92 of the returning team, of the intercepting team. The personal foul occurred after the touchdown. The touchdown is good. We will penalize 15 yards.
Well, it's 92 Seattle. That's King. But it hardly matters at this point. The extra point will make it 45-10. I'm almost surprised Sean Alexander didn't intercept that and run it back.
Or lateral it back to him and let him score again.
Well, Mike Tice just has to feel like he has been steamrolled.
Before they fumbled a kickoff return, Mike Tice, we had the camera on him. He was on the sidelines, and he said, it's our ball. Let's protect it. And the first thing that happens, they fumble on the kickoff return.
The question is, does Reggie Tongue step out of bounds? Dante trying to go down the middle. Doesn't even see Reggie Tongue. Now watch as he heads towards the sideline. Doesn't stay in bounds. It sure looks like it from there, and just cruises on into the end zone.
28 points in the last 1 minute and 47 seconds for Seattle.
I'm going to assume that's an NFL record. Here's the question.
Number 25 is Tongue. One, done. No, no.
Play to see if the intercepting player had stepped out of bounds.
This will be an easy call. The replay showed definitively that he did not. That was only the 6th career interception for Reggie Tongue.
Look at Reggie. The only one that's in question is not this foot now, not that one. It's this one. And watch him come back inside. That's perfect. He's in bounds all the way. Here it is again. It's right foot, not that one, not that one, this one. And that's in bounds.
Keep in mind, inside of 2 minutes, Mike Tice cannot challenge. This has to be an official review from the box. And that's what the officials are looking at. And this place will erupt, I'm guessing in about 20 seconds.
The extra point still pending this challenge. And what do you do if you're a coach or a player on a team that is getting dusted like this in the first half?
Paul and I have been there. We've been in football games like this, unfortunately. What you do is you go in at halftime, and the truth of the matter is you have to say, don't look at the score.
Yeah, fire up the bus.
Don't look. Well, you would. You can't look. In Mike Tice's case, guys now are playing for jobs.
4 interceptions a week ago. Throws this pick. This run back for a touchdown. And here's Dick Hantek.
After reviewing the play, the call on the field of being in bounds all the way and returning for a touchdown is confirmed. Touchdown, Seattle.
I like the way Dick explains things.
In the last 141, Minnesota has run 2 plays. Seattle has scored 4 touchdowns. Unbelievable.
This is not the week that Mike Tice would ever like to see again.
The point after is good.